Hey, this is Sasha Evdokov, and thanks for joining me here at BackstageIncome.com, where I share with you how money is made behind the scenes in your business and also your life. Now, in today's video, what I'd like to do is share with you how to create a bigger list and create a more powerful impact through bigger name celebrities, or how to really escalate your social status in the business world or in your specific niche. So whether you're in a very broad niche or a very specific niche, the way that you do it, the way that you continue to build or grow your exposure, you can really do it through big name celebrities. And here's how you go about it. So if we start looking at any specific niche, group, industry, such as even in the music industry, you'll know that there's some really A-list or top of the line singers. Then you might get the B-listers, who are still fairly popular, but not as, high producing record labels. Then you might have the C-list, which, still are pretty popular. They could be popular in your hometown, but they're not known on the radio. And this construct continues to move and move as you go deeper and deeper in the circle. So really, if we look at it in any niche, any industry, whatever industry you're in, whether you're in the roofing industry, whether you're in the dance scene, whether you're in the sports scene, there's always this construct of people. So you start with this A-list celebrities that are really in this circle. They're in their own kind of group, and they usually know one another and so forth, because they either play golf with each other if they're, competing against sports, but they're in this circle, in this big circle. Then as you continue to move out of that circle, you have this B-list celebrity. So you still have some fairly popular level of people, even if you're in the internet marketing space, in the book writing space, but they're not as world famous, or they're not as famous as the A-list. And this continues to stem out as we continue to broaden this circle. You continue to move out, you get to the C-list, then you'll continue to bring this circle out even further. There's a lot of other people that are on the D list, and this continues to go pretty much indefinitely as you continue to draw this circle out, and it continues to move. E and maybe the F is somewhere on the outside. So you have people within all these different rings or in these different circles. And what happens is you might be starting out, if you're just getting started in the industry in whatever space you're in, let's just say you're in the book writing industry or the novels. If you're getting started and this is you right here, it's very difficult for you to jump from all the way in this F area or on the outside area to jump into the circle to get to the A area. Now, if you can do that and start connecting with people, then by all means, now this A person could get you more introductions into other A people or B people, and you start becoming more popular, and this jumps you all of a sudden a few spots. Now, unfortunately, this is very difficult to do, but one of the ways that people do it is through the interview process or through some sort of connection. Really, it's an exchange of value. So what happens is that if you can go ahead and give value to one person, whether that's interview them, bring them exposure, they will give you value right back. And this is how a lot of podcasters do it, is there's a lot of interviews that go on back and forth. So they're really exchanging awareness between one another. So instead, if you can't do this big jump, and you're doing this interview process, sometimes what you need to do is take things into a smaller space. So it's kind of like if you're moving down the mountain or climbing up the hill, so let's just say you're climbing up the hill, and then the A-level celebrities are over here. Then you might have the B level, the C level, the D level, whatever it is. So as you're moving up this mountain, what you may need to do is first get to this peak of this D level people, then reach the C level people, and you continue. So this would be step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So depending on where you're personally at, you might have multiple steps or stages to go through to continue to evolve and increase until maybe you get to the finest or the highest level possible. But really, you're going through this process to continue to evolve and continue to grow. And if you can, what you do is then start over here on the outside, and then if you're in the F, you get into the E section. So you might interview someone or connect with someone, exchange value to the E person. And maybe the E level, or this second or third tier level, whatever level you're at, might introduce you to someone in the next level, and then the next level. So you continue with this process until finally you can reach that A level, because typically someone, let's say in the A level, knows just about everyone, A and B and C, and they might know the D level or E or F level, but they probably don't know them as well because their circle of friends is right there. That's their core, okay? But a person in the D level over here might have their circle of friends to be over in this area or this region. So they might know a few C people over here in this area. They'll probably know mostly D people because they're in that category, and they'll know a handful of E people as well because maybe that's where they started. So again, as that circle grows, maybe you can get this person to introduce you to some C-level people. And then once you get to know some C-level people, maybe they can introduce you to some B-level people. So you continue to get closer and closer to that bullseye, to that goal that you're trying to get to. It really comes down to exchange of value. If you can exchange value from one another, then that's really where it stems at. And again, a lot of the podcasters, if they do podcasting and podcasting interviews, this is really where a lot of those relationships build, because you have this, whether it's a 10-minute or a 50-minute conversation on a podcast session, now you're exchanging value. You're connecting, you're building them exposure, but they're also promoting it to their list. So as they promote it to their list, it allows you to continue to accelerate and ramp up quickly and quickly and quickly, because at every stage, they continue to give you that push. Then the next interview that you do, they continue to give you that boost. Okay, so because they might send it to their list. Or other people, such as on it could be on Google, it could be on social media like Facebook or Twitter. These people could be broadcasting saying, hey, I just got interviewed by so-and-so, and now other people are going to watch that interview or listen to that interview. It could also be picked up by the Google search engine, so when someone types in that name of that celebrity or that person, your website or your interview or your blog about them or with them also gets picked up, and it allows more people and visitors to discover you. So that's really the simple core foundation or the logic behind connecting with these A-name celebrities, and also about building awareness, getting more traffic, about accelerating things in your business through these celebrities, is by this interview process that gets things moving and going. Now, you don't have to do an interview specifically to create this snowball effect, to create this acceleration for your business. Instead, you have to somehow exchange value and give this other person, this A-list celebrity, value, and in exchange, they will give you value. So that's really the goal. Now, the value initially that you can see in a lot of podcasting interviews is through the interview process. But if there's some other way that you can give value, whether that's building them a website, whether that's introducing them to someone else that they can benefit from, contributing to their charity, whatever way that you can get and add value to that person that you want to connect with, in exchange, they can add value to you. So this reciprocation creates this win-win relationship. So that's the goal. And as you continue to evolve and get closer and closer and closer, it allows you to snowball and continue to push you higher and higher into the future, building your personal awareness, building your business, whether that's a book business, whether that's a video course business, whether that's an internet marketing business, or any niche that you're into. That's how you get closer. That's how you can connect to other people, how you network, and how you really penetrate in a niche or industry. So thanks for joining me about learning how to connect with people and build your own exposure and reciprocate that value. And as you reciprocate that value, it'll allow you to grow your own name as well, because you're creating this win-win relationship. Now, there's other ways to do it. There's other techniques and other strategies. Similar to how you'll receive multiple emails per day or hundreds of emails per week, just depending on how popular you are. But on a day-by-day basis, you don't receive as many postcards or letters. So sometimes it's good to continue to follow through and send a physical package to build that awareness, to get that connection going in a different way. And the more that you do this, the more that you build this connection, the more value you're giving, the more value you can be exchanging as you contribute to these A-listers and then as they contribute right back to you. Thanks for joining me in this lesson. And if you enjoyed it and you want to see more training videos like this one, click this link right here. And when you get there, you can enter your name and email address, and that way you're on the newsletter and you don't miss another episode as I release new training videos. Now, if you want to see some of the courses or products that I have available, then click the button right below this video and you'll be taken to that products page. Thanks again, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.